and just meeting new people outside of my stream. I just find that very fascinating because there's such incredible stories. I've met war veterans traveling, you know, I've met people who've had some insane jobs that they've worked. I've met people who are staying in the hostel for like, you know, months because they don't have a house, or, you know, they don't have a job. It's incredible the kind of, and it gives you a lot of inspiration in your own life. So I was, and again, having been with somebody, this was somebody else as well, who was very possessive. He'd have a problem with.
And in today's episode of Say What for Klapboard, I have somebody who's absolutely vivacious. She's full of life, and her music has a mind of its own, and her music can just weave magic around you. And she's somebody who believes in magic herself, and that is none other than a national award-winning singer, Shashaa Tirupati. Thank you so much for joining me on Say What. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me, Manasa. Always so nice to see you.
Always a pleasure, you know, chatting with you. And today it feels like a slumber party, you know. It's night there for you in Canada. We're all sitting in our bedrooms and chatting.
Yeah, for sure. Although it's winter here, like it's fall here, so it's starting to get chilly, but yeah, a party, yeah, for sure.
But you have been one busy bee during your lockdown. You just didn't sit still. You went to Canada all the way from India, and then you kept working in India, Canada, everywhere.
Yeah, you know, I think work keeps me sane. If I'm not working, you know, I think to be connected to music and to be creating is the only thing that, um, I don't know, completes me in so many ways. I feel like a lot of times I feel like even when I'm going to be 80, 85, I'm going to be looking for things to do at the time. Yeah, and I did fly down because of some personal emergency that I had to come down. So I actually came during the lockdown.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, even over here with you know, my family around, I keep looking for things to keep me busy.
And I can't believe, you know, I mean, I have actually never spoken to you. I've interviewed you so many times about String Affair, and today is the day I'm going to make you sing String Affair, but a little later, because I want to start from the beginning. You were 6 when you started singing. That's too young.
Yeah. I was 6 when I started singing on the radio, and then I was, I think, 7 or 8 when I started singing on stage. And
Right.
and yeah, I think I started recording when I was around 11. That's the first time I did an audio recording, um, which is very interesting. That just suddenly hit me. I've never told this to anybody. I just realized that it was a cover of a song from Khamoshi called Ye Dil Sun Raha Hai. And yeah, I've actually never said this before in an interview, and I just remembered it. Weirdly,
How-
something like that. Yeah. And I've been singing ever since.
uh, I feel like one of those news channels people. I want to say, we broke it here first. We said it here first.
Nation knows.
The nation knows, and the world knows, which was the first song Shashaa Tirupati recorded. What's with the name? You know, Tirupati, you were born in Srinagar, if I'm right. You went to Canada, then there was Allahabad. You've been all over, but I want to know, where does the name Tirupati come from? Because I've always been curious.
Yeah, I'm a global citizen. So the thing with Tirupati is that it's not a surname, it's a title. Our Guruji gave it to us a few generations back, and we just use it. It's not our real surname, though. Our real surname is Dullu, which is a Kashmiri surname. We're Pandits.
Oh, now we know. Now we know. Oh, too many revelations happening today.
I know, and the thing is that Tirupati got translated into so many different surnames. You have no clue, and you know, like a lot of times you'll see people, you know, telling other people that, oh no, I'll tell you, it's actually Tripati, or you know what, let me tell you, it's actually Tripti, or you know, like they'll just, you know, part of me likes it when they do that because it just feels like, you know, they feel like they have a right over you, or you know, if especially if they connect with your music and stuff. And but the thing is, guys, please try and understand that that's not my surname. It's Tirupati. The title or whatever I use, it's Tirupati.
Now we know. But you got 96%. I mean, I get this vibe. The geek vibe is always there every time I talk to you. You know, I know Shashaa Tirupati has a lot going on in here, but 96%, and you made this leap what was it like, scoring so much and getting into a very unconventional stream or industry?
You've really done your homework, haven't you? Have you been
I,
stalking me?
I don't, I
You've really
stalked you, Sasha. I have a girl crush on you. I stalked you, and how?
No, it's nice to know that, like when you're being interviewed, it's nice to know that the other person's actually they kind of know you. So yes, I did get 96 point something in my grade 12 examinations in Canada. And I did get the Governor General's medallion, which is for the top scorer of the year in the country, I guess. So that did happen, but but the thing is that if anybody thinks I'm smart, or if anybody thinks I'm intelligent, far from. I'm a hard worker. That's one thing that I tell people, that don't give me credit for my voice. That's God's gift. If I'm coming up with a melody, God is giving that to me, or whoever's up there, or energies, or whatever you believe in, anything, any entity that you can kind of look up to, and so for me, everything I can give it. But I guess the ability, the hands and legs are one divine force's gift to you, but it's given to you for a reason. It's to use it. So similarly with my brain, I mean, I think I'm pretty dumb in a lot of ways, and which is probably why I have to work, I don't know, maybe 20 times harder than other people. So I used to work really hard. I still do every track, every release. I do everything from scratch. I do everything as in, when I'm promoting something. If I need to design artwork, I'll do it myself. If I have to design, promos, I'll do it myself. If I have to, write out captions and posts for other collaborating artists, I'll do it myself. I do work very hard, and that is probably why I ended up topping my 12th exams. It's because I used to work my
I actually didn't do justice to your introduction. I have introduced you as a writer, singer, motivational speaker, producer, music arranger. There's a long list.
A jack of all trades, guys, master of none.
Oh, come on. No. I disagree, vehemently disagree. But music happened. You trained. Like you said, you do work very hard. You trained very hard. And Bollywood happened.
Yeah. So, kind of answering your previous question as well, though, the transition from being someone who's very academically inclined to, as you mentioned, why I went into an unconventional stream. It was because of obviously the love and passion for music, but at the same time, it was also because I used to work really hard when I used to practice. So there was and I don't think a lot of people are aware of this. Like, a lot of people think that I just trained under a teacher and very dedicatedly, and that's what got me, I don't know, kind of fluent in my classical chops and my tayari, as we call it. But that is actually part of the story, because I didn't train that long under anybody. Like Girja Devi ji, she was a Padma Shri and a Padma Bhushan. I trained under her for 5 days. Then there was another teacher. Yeah, there was another teacher who I consider my guruma, the late Mrs. Kamla Bosti, who I trained under for about 7 years. But those 7 years were very sporadic, as in, sometimes she'd be touring for months and I wouldn't see her. Other times I'd probably get, 2 lessons a month. So other times, there probably would be 3 lessons a week. So it was very all over, and it was all over the place, very all over the place. It was all over the place. And because of that, what I would do is that, because I've always had that kida to keep learning, to keep, I think it was more from a place that I wanted to show off to people that, check out my classical chops when I was younger. I would actually sit down and listen to audio cassettes and CDs, and I would listen to MP3s and record them onto, burn them onto a CD or something, and I would listen to them all night. And I've always been a night bird. So 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I would be sitting with my harmonium or with, the tanpura, the electronic tanpura, and practicing these chops and practicing these. So, I mean, I've practiced for up to 10 hours a day as well. So I think that is that is part of the training process for me. And then Bollywood was because I wanted to get into popular music. I mean, training was great. It was good to learn classical music, but I think uh, then there is the music for the masses, you know? And I think I wanted to, like a big part of me wanted to tap into that, and particularly for my love for Rahman sir. So
Ah, and you worked with him for so long, and so much work with him. It must be a great, great feeling,
I
right?
feel like we haven't even begun. I feel like, there's like 20,000 songs I want to sing, for Sir. I love him so much. Like, I
But
wish I could
when
show
we
you
got
how
to
much
know
I love
Shashaa,
him.
when we got to know Shashaa Tirupati, it was like the first big explosion was like the Humma Girl. If you remember.
Yeah.
It is even now. I think the tag is there somewhere, the Humma
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
because that was a remix. Tell me, what's your take? Because I keep asking singers this question, because everybody has a different take to it, and it's so interesting to know because people love recreating. They say, it's just a fresh package, and we love it, is what they say. What's your take on that?
I have nothing against it. I think as long as there's good music, I think
Yeah,
it's great to do recreations. And see, I think for me, my belief with recreations is that, and let me talk about myself as a songwriter. I think that is the
right.
best way I'd be able to respond to your question as well as justify how I feel. If
Hmm.
there were any new music producer, or an emerging composer producer who would want to experiment with something I've done, I would be so happy for them to actually, to see how they kind of interpret and perceive my music. As long as they don't, manhandle it, don't mess it up. But I think, I think the only time a person would want to recreate your song is when they see the potential to do it. When they see the potential to, if they love the song so much, or if they feel that, hey man, I think this is something that the new generation should hear, and let's do something over this. I think it's a great thing. I don't have anything against it. But like I said, don't mess it up.
Mix it up. Yeah, yeah, that's a great take on that. Will you please sing two lines? Two lines. I've never had you sing Humma Humma for us.
Oh, of course I would. Ha, ha, oh, yeah, yeah, खिली चांदनी जैसा ये बदन जन्म मिला तुमको, मन में सोचा था जैसा रूप तेरा आया नजर हमको, सितम खुली खुली ये सनम गोरी गोरी ये बाहें कर दी है यूं, हमें तुमने जब गले लगाया तो खो ही गए हो, तो हम हम ए हम हम அந்த அரவை கடலோரம் ஒரு அழகை கண்டேனே, லல்லாரா தென்றலாடை கிடக்கும் கண்கள் கண்டேனே, அம்மா 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 அம்மா.
So cool, so cool, so cool. I wish I could whistle.
Oh, thank you.
I would. It's like working with Mr. A.R. Rahman is like a dream for most of the musicians, and I'm sure you get asked this a lot for a girl who got 96%, while she was studying, and who went all over the place and trained, sporadically and came down, and she got to work with Mr. Rahman, and you won your national award also for his music, right? Uh, I forget Tamil words though.
Oh,
Varvan, I think.
Van.
Yeah, Varvan. And that was the song, and it was amazing. Tell me, what was it like when you met him, working with him, you've toured with him? Tell me all.
This is like an essay question. You should ask a few more objective questions. Too much preparation in these. So you know what, Manasa, I don't even know. Whenever I'm asked this question, I don't know where to start. I don't know how
Yeah.
to. talk about it because it's an emotion. I think Rahman sir is an emotion for me, and
Yeah.
the more I start, trying to explain it, I think the more I start getting lost in my words and just, you know, it's just I met him. I mean, officially in during Coke Studio. I'd interacted with him once before that, but that was a long time ago, and he doesn't even remember meeting me then. So years after that first interaction, the first time I officially met him was for Coke Studio. That was after I got selected for his choir, and he randomly looked towards us and he asked which one of us choir singer girls was Shashaa, um, and I remember I was so scared. I thought I sang really, really, really horribly, and I was so hesitant to tell him that Shashaa is me. I was hiding behind the other girls, hoping that somebody else would own up, and nobody did. And they started pointing towards me, so I was like, and that's it. I mean, that was it. That was the first time I actually saw him, like, saying my name, and him looking at me and him actually acknowledging the fact that there's a girl called Shashaa who exists. To me, I think that was like, you know just your mentor kind of acknowledging your
Yeah.
existence. I think that just, and then after that, I met him exactly a month after we shot for Coke Studio, and I was called from Sir's team at 4 in the morning, and I was unwell at the time, and we were recording Coach. So they asked me to fly down to Chennai, and I flew down, and I couldn't sing, and it was, I just, like, my entire system was so messed up that day. I had an infection, and he kept the song for me. He said, "I know." He said, "Tell me when you feel better, and I've kept the song for you." And I think at that time, if my respect for him was Mount Everest, at that time it just escalated to Pluto. And then, yeah, and then there was, a string of songs after that, and I just, every time I meet him, he just
Right.
I can't tell you how I feel. Like I said, I just,
It is such a beautiful song, One Over One. I mean,
yeah,
I've seen the movie I think twice or thrice because I like Mani Ratnam sir's movie so much, and I love Aditi, and the song is
I know.
so beautiful, and I'm so happy you got to sing it. Tell me, how difficult is it? It's different language, different culture.
Yeah.
I mean, adapting to it. Is it fun? The challenge? What is it like?
I I think it's, I really look forward to singing in other languages. I think it's I love challenges. I love stepping out of my comfort zone. I love experimenting, and for me, I guess it's a Capricorn thing. So singing in a new language for me is just, I really look forward to it, and also because it doesn't come easy to you, and I always find those things very attractive, things that you can't get. If there's something I don't understand the first time, it
Yeah.
attracts me more to go and get it, just to prove a point to myself. So so singing Ban Banuban again, I mean, by that time I think I'd become a little more comfortable with the way the language flows, although it's such a deep language and there's just so much to it. But yeah, I was lucky to have, and every time, I mean, I sing in a new language, I'm thankful to the team who's there, the people, the lyricist, the composer, the producer, I mean, whoever is there who guides me with the pronunciation and the lyrics. I think, so if I mess up, it's because of them. If I sing well also, that is also because of them.
Will you please sing One Over One? Please, please, please. It's one of my favorite tracks, and I swear.
Ah, of course, of course. வான் வருவான் தொடுவான் மழை போல் விழுவான் மறுமும் அறிவான் என்னுள் ஒளிவான் அருகே நிமிழ்வான் தொலைவு பணிவான் கர்வம் கொண்டால் கல்லாயுறைவான் கல்லாயுறைவான் உறைவான் காதல் வந்தார் கனியார் நெகிழ்வான் என் கள்ள காமுகனே அவன்தான்
So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. National award. So beautiful.
And the beauty in the composition and how Aditi looks, and just it's the complete package. It's not one component.
Trust me, your voice and the way she looks, I think it's just goes hand in hand.
I
Right.
do feel so though. I mean, like, whenever I listen to or watch Aditi on screen, I do feel like, our we actually look pretty. I mean, look and sound really good together, right? We just
It
invited
was
somebody from
a
V,
match
and
made
that's
in heaven.
Aditi as well. Sorry?
I said it's a match made in heaven. Totally, totally. But you see, it can't be easy. You came from Canada and it's a big industry. People have been around for so long in the industry. Tell me, how is it? You made your own, you carved your own niche, you have your own space now in this industry. And the hustle is real, the struggle is real. Everybody is hustling. It just cannot be easy, right? And I'm sure the hustle is on every day. How was it carving your own niche here?
I think I still am carving my own niche. I don't think that ever stops, I mean, it's I think to stay relevant, to stay current, to constantly create, to constantly put content out there for your fans, for your listeners. I think that will not stop till my breath stops. And I think that's how it's always been, and it will continue to be that way. So initially, it's just that, yes, I mean, once you start getting a little bit of recognition for your work, and acknowledgement for your efforts and your hard work, I think that it kind of simplifies certain things for you, which is, if I want to collaborate with an artist, you've kind of they'll take interest in working with you, and they've probably heard your work, and they probably like your work, or that kind of things, as opposed to initially, when if I ever wanted to collaborate, I'm sure people would have been like, oh, who are you? That kind of thing. Or even when it comes to like, I think nowadays I sing fewer scratches for people. It's usually the final song. They'll be like, "Hey, we want you on the song." Sending you the track, and your money, and all of that, and you end up singing your song. So now that's reduced. But yeah, I mean, initially I didn't know anybody. I had zero contacts. Um, it was Yeah, there was a lot that you end up seeing, especially when you're 18. I was really young when I came here. I was about 18 when I left, and like, a lot of people say that, yaar, wo dikti choti hai. वो होगी कभी, but the thing is that I came when I was just 18. I wasn't like 25, 26 when I actually came here. um so that's, yeah, it's and the thing is that I'm glad I came early, because and I've been here for 12 years now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I came early, because it really helped me understand um, how, like, little things to the biggest things, how the industry functions, how what works. um and again, I mean, a lot of these things keep changing as well with time. There's no constant, but um the things like, how to sing behind a microphone. I think that initial experience of singing a lot of ad films just to pay my bills, or all of that studio experience really, really helped me understand my voice, understand what directors and music composers want, understand how to play around with lyrics, understand the technicalities, and I'm still learning, but that really, really helped.
No, and the best part is, I'm sure you've internally grown and grown and grown, but what we see is Sasha as a person has not changed. Her
Oh no,
personality is.
Sasha will never change. I mean, my friends,
Yes.
my school friends, I just met a couple of them. They're like, "Tu matlab tu zara bhi badi nahi hua." I was like, "Yaar, ye nahi hota." And the thing is, I have ADHD, so that, I think, that really adds to fuel to the fire. That, a lot of times when I'll really act mature, and I'll just be like, "Nee, Sasha, not today." Behave like an adult today. It's like, I'll maintain it for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and it's gone. I forget that I need to do that. And then
So,
you'll see, like you saw my socks a little while ago, right?
No, I'm like that. I'll always be the goofball, and I think that helps us eat the age up. We will never age. We'll
Right?
always be the because we are goofballs.
Absolutely agree.
I'm like that. But I want to talk about your writing because I'm a huge fan. And I have this habit when I've had a long day, I come home, maybe I'll be doing something or puttering around on something, but I have some music on and I connect with that music a lot, though I'm passively listening.
Yeah.
String of Air is always on, and the writing is sublime that goes with your handle. It is absolutely sublime. I mean, it's so I don't know how you wrote that. It's like every girl out there saying it out loud. Honestly, I mean, I love Leprechaun Love as well, but String of Air is my favorite. I'm sorry, I have to pick it and I say it.
So sweet.
How does this work, your writing process? Tell me, how do you just come up with a song and sit down, write it down?
I there's I think a lot of what I write has a lot to do with my state of mind, and what I'm going through in the moment. And I think I'm a very emotional person. Like I'm very sensitive. You could beat me up or something. Like I was in an abusive relationship for 7 years, and I was okay with that. But if somebody says something that hurts me, I don't forget that for life. Number one. Number two, I cry my eyeballs out, and things like that really bother me. So I think even when it comes to writing my own music, a lot of the music that I write deals with things that speaks about things that I'm dealing with. So
Right.
String of Air, I was crushing on somebody at the time. And I knew, yeah, and I knew that, there's no future with this person. I just knew it inside. And I knew that I never wanted to, I knew that there was no future, like I said. Okay, anyways. So I was elaborating, but then I was like, nah, it doesn't, insignificant. Um, so I wrote this song about that. And I think I wrote it from a very futuristic perspective. So it's me looking at me and that guy after I've moved on. And I say I was back to black, which
Yes,
is
I was back to black. I know.
I was back to black and you dissolved. That with time you disappeared. I was back to my normal self, which was, in shadows, and I have to accept it. That's pretty much what the song is about.
I think we've all been there. Probably that is why we girls really connect, and even
And
maybe boys. I don't want to be
what
generous.
you've said is just so kind, because that is the first independent song that I released. Um, First song I released independently. Before that, I did release other compositions through labels, but that was my first baby, per se. And for you to appreciate it the way you have and to connect with it, that is everything. So thank you.
I'll tell you on my playlist, it's Janis Joplin's Maybe and Your String of Air. And then there is Rayla Montana.
Oh my God! Yay! Oh, that just I want this snippet. I want this snippet. This is my promo.
It's like, I'm telling you, maybe String of Air and Jolene placed back to back.
Thank you. Oh,
I For me, at the very line killed me, the very line killed me. You dissolved. I'm like, oh, that's was written for me. It was like that. Can we have you sing a few lines of String of Air, please?
of course, of course. How that you just felt right in the moment. I never had to hide under the me corroded. I hung from a string of air, tied to your patience bear as you flip through my pages to not once confine, but to read between the lines, read between the lines. And oh, how the heart makes the mind all fuzzy, like mercury you stop till the day dried up. And as my head unfold, I was back to black and you dissolved. 'Cause ours was a story of black and white. 'Cause ours was a story of black and white. That's a full song for you, actually.
I love that song. You have no clue. I mean, I love that song. I absolutely love that song. It just doesn't tell us that you're a great, great artist, but you also have a beautiful heart. Thank you so much for singing
Oh,
that song.
thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want to come back to, you just told us that how sensitive you are, and I have seen your other interviews, and I have heard you say that there was this one harsh piece of criticism that came your way, and you overcame it. Somebody said that, okay, your voice isn't good, and you shouldn't be in this. Something like that
Yeah.
happened. And yes, yes, and for somebody as sensitive as you took it, and I think even for us, we are in an industry where we make a mistake, the entire world sees it. We are here completely exposed and vulnerable for everybody to judge, and if we have a sensitive heart, it becomes quite difficult to cope with that.
Oh,
How do
absolutely.
you do it?
Hmm. So, how do I cope? Um, I think it's the music. That's how I cope. I'm on my laptop's on the bed right now, and on the bed is a notebook and a pen. And I'm too lazy to reach over and pick it up right now, but it's like right behind the laptop. And that is pretty much my venting book. So anything that bothers me, anything that affects me, I write it down. And again, when it comes to melodies, I think, a lot of it comes from above. Everything comes from above, of course. I really believe in that. And if, like, there are days when I'll sit down, I'll be like, aaj gana likhte hain. And I'll start with like a dot, and I'll end with a
Yeah.
doodle on the entire page, but no gana. So, and then there are other days where I'll just be like heartbroken, and I'll be heartsick. And um so I do have a major history of depression and all of this. So that, I try all the time just to, and I think that's another reason why I pull myself out and keep myself busy, because it helps me to pull myself out of, going back into those. So as much as I hate getting out of bed certain days, as much as I hate seeing people certain days, as much as I want to shut my family off for, like, but I still force myself to get up and just go there. And they're just coping mechanisms. So when you ask about how I cope, a lot of it is forced, a lot of it is the music, but I think, there's somewhere or the other that there's an energy that kind of helps you through it. And I really believe in that energy, that force, whatever it is, divine intervention.
I understand that. I so get that. I so get what you just said. And also, I was just talking to Nikita the other day. She's been on the show as well, and I asked her the same thing, because your two girls were quite similar to me. You refuse to change, you refuse to budge, and you stick to your personality. You're so honest to yourselves, both you girls. From what I have seen, and there is also pressure in the industry. People think, okay, there is a certain way you have to be. There is a certain marketing gimmick that you have to get into, and we don't see you girls do any of that. You girls create music, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Do you get the pressure at any time? That, okay, ऐसा रहना वैसा रहना, industry के हिसाब से रहना.
Is there a parameter? I wouldn't be aware if there were.
Then answer it, I think.
Right? I mean, I don't see myself doing anything for other, I mean, I create music for people, but I don't see
Yeah.
myself altering that would be dishonest to the people who see me, the people who listen to me, the people who know me. I can't do that. So
Right.
I mean, obviously we all have a private life and a private side to us, and a personal sorry, there's something here, and a personal life and side to us, because, but the thing is that a lot of that comes out like, a lot of that is part of what we allow to be seen, in public, and a lot of it is very personal to us. So I may choose to, disallow that from permeating the masses, or my viewership, or my followers. But then there's a basic side to me, right? There's like what I am right now. How long can you hide that? And for someone like me who has who does have ADHD, for me it's I can only do it for so long, you know. I mean, either I'll forget that I need to do it. So it's just, for me it's not possible. A, and B, it's I would not, I don't appreciate it. It's I don't appreciate it. I would never change who I am just to be liked. I see so many people doing it, and I call
Yes.
them out when I see it as well. So I never, I mean, I do have filters. There are certain things that I might refrain from saying if I feel that they'll hurt people, or if I feel that, you know, this isn't a nice thing to say. But I do see people who are trying extra hard to appease people. And for me, that's a no-no. I just think that I'd be a fake musician if I were to do that.
And the confidence, you know, I have known you, I've done lives with you. I know, Sasha would just come and do the live like that without any makeup on. She won't even change. And I know once we walked
Was I supposed to put makeup on and change?
Absolutely love that. I know people who would have a hair out of place, you know, before they show their face to the world, and you have a huge Insta family, and you're always talking to them. And you made a video for them, a tribute video. All of that happens, but you're yourself, and I loved it about you. Absolutely, I'm a fan.
Oh, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. That's too much sugar. Okay, I need to go and change my coffee now. To sugar less.
Now I want to move on to this new Telugu song you sang, Manasa. It's for a Nani's movie, Amit Trivedi's music, for me, actually. And since I'm from Hyderabad, I'm working here. I'm from Bangalore, but I'm working here in Hyderabad. Bangalore people will kill me if they hear me say that. So, but that's a beautiful song again, you know. I mean, people are loving the song, I must tell you.
They are. It's kind of, it relieves, and I was seeing the comments the other day, and
Yeah.
and you know, some people have just gone crazy with the comments on the female singer of the song. And I was just like, "Aw." But no, I feel so grateful to everybody, first off. A lot of people who would be watching this, thank you for giving so much love to Manasa. It kind of went viral after, you know, I think the first couple of days. And for me, it's very special because it's a duet with Amit Trivedi. And I remember when he called me to sing the song, I told him that, can you please sing more? I just love your voice so much. And, you know, Papan, Amit, these are singers, jinki voice, ke liye it does something to you. Rahman sir's voice, you know, like these are people who I really wish they would sing so much more than they actually do. And I was completely oblivious to the fact that Amit actually ended up singing on this one, and that it's a duet with him. And I was so happy. I was so happy about this song. So thank you to everybody.
Can we have a few lines, please? Hyderabad mein people now pagal ho jayenge sun ke.
Absolutely. Let me just remember the lyrics. Manasa mari mattuga toogipotunnade neede ee leela. Something like that. Vayasu mari vintaga vistuvotunnade ledu ee vela. Antaga kavistave gili. అందుకే నందలి కిల్లాడి కోమళి గులేబ కావళి.
I love this song. I absolutely love this song. I even texted Nani when this happened.
Wow, it's a beautiful song, very catchy.
Beautiful song. Now, I want to come to a statement you once made. This is not about your work, but this is about you personally. You said, I like being single.
Oh, I did make that statement in the moment, yes. I'm a very moody person. It was just one of my moody days, man. I'm a very temperamental person. And I mean, like I said, right, I'll never be rude, but I will
Yeah.
have those days where I'll just say things that I'll regret like 2 days later. And I don't regret saying that though. I mean, as of now, I do, um, in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm a free bird. And every time I mean, I'm not scared of commitment. I think there's the other side of things that I've seen as well, where I was, like I mentioned, right? I mean, I was with somebody for 7 years and I was okay with, his dark side because I loved his, his brighter side. And that is the reason why I just kept thinking and believing that, things would change or he would change, or, and he would apologize every time. And I would just be like, chalo theek hai, it's okay. And I would be very hopeful. So I guess I'm a hopeless optimist there. So I think, and then I got into a series of relationships per se, where I was just seeing people who just, you know, and so
I
I
know.
think it came to a point where it's just like, is there anybody who gets me, or, who's going to make an effort to get me? And I would try my best to understand other people as well. And I still do. But yeah, I think, which is why at the time I said that, I'm better off single. And when I see the free bird side of things, I mean, I'm yet to meet somebody who I can see the world with. I mean, I'm sure you follow me on social media, and you've seen my backpacking escapades. I do a lot of backpacking, and it's all solo. Because I like living life on my terms. I like going and meeting people, and just meeting new people outside of my stream. I just find that very fascinating because there's such incredible stories. I've met war veterans traveling. I've met people who've had some insane jobs that they've worked. I've met people who are staying in the hostel for like, months because they don't have a house, or, they don't have a job. It's incredible, the kind of, and it gives you a lot of inspiration in your own life. So, and again, having been with somebody, this was somebody else as well, who was very possessive. He'd have a problem with me talking to other people. So, it's just, when you keep going, and I think I just make the wrong decisions when it comes to men. I think I'm just so stupid when it comes to, yeah, okay, high five on that, actually. You know what? Because, yeah, it sucks. And so I think I just needed a break from that, which is when I made that statement that, I think I'm better off single right now until probably I develop better decision-making skills when it comes, as far as it comes to men. And yet people will be like, people will always be like, oh, you have a list about what you want to see in a man, or, but the thing is that we don't have, all of us women who say that, we want somebody with a little bit of maturity, like a little bit of maturity, dude, or, somebody who cares about you. These are the basics, and these are the basics that a lot of men, or I mean,
Don't have.
most men I've met, they lack. So are we being too demanding by asking for
No,
somebody?
and once we hit our 30s, we understand that intelligence and looks, they're both overrated.
Oh
We
my
just
God,
want,
totally. I keep falling for men who are not good looking, but they have, but they have personality. You feel like
yeah,
this guy here, if I were to fall sick, he'll be by my bed, or, he'll be there to look after me if I'm dying tomorrow. Isn't that something that you would look for in somebody? Not that I'm dying tomorrow, right? I mean, I'm still going to be backpacking through the whole world right now. So, and then also, it's about people you can have a conversation with. I've met people who you cannot talk with. You
it's
can't.
that chemistry and commitment, the
Yes,
kind
thank
of
you.
commitment.
The two C's. That's it. The two C's. Chemistry and commitment. There you go. I'm gonna write that down now. Courtesy of Manasa.
Oh, please, I would love to be a part of your work somehow.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, so
uh,
that's why I said the single thing. But I mean, again, having said that, like I said, I keep jumping into these um, these things where I meet people, and I think that, yeah, this time it's going to be different, and it doesn't end up being that way. But yeah, I am, like I said, I believe in magic. I believe in good things happening, and
that's where leprechaun love comes from, that magical place you believe in.
totally, totally, that's exactly what the song is
And
about.
And that's another track we absolutely love. Absolute. The video is so quirky. Yeah, it's very eccentric and very quirky, right?
Thank you. It is. It is. That's yeah. I've kind of, you can see a lot of what goes on in my mind in that song. Like especially in the video edit, it's kind of how I see things and kind of how thoughts race in my head, even when I'm sleeping. I wish someone could see what my dreams look like. Like you could probably make like 10,000 movies out of the kind of dreams I see because they're just so vivid and weird. Like
And it's ironical you speak about dreams, and we are recording this interview on World Dream Day.
what? I told
Yes.
you, right? There's something weird. It's just, that's it. That's it.
True, but that is another track which is so beautiful. I've spoken to you about this before, but I again, it's a beautiful, beautiful track that just landed on you. I think that's from Dil Bichara Hai. Khulke.
Oh,
Beautiful. It's so different. The Ghana is so
yeah.
different.
Yes, yes, yes. That song was actually, it was actually different as well when we were recording it as well. So I think I had recorded the vocals before I heard the male vocals. So
Right.
after I recorded, then I guess Arijit tracked, and then I heard I think certain lines of what Arijit sang, and then I had to read up some of my parts. So
Right.
I actually I didn't hear the full song, and I didn't know what the concept of the full song was until the song actually came out. And then I was like, oh my God, this was going on in Sir's mind the whole time, or, did it just suddenly occur to him that let's do this? But it's incredible how he's married, Arijit and my vocals on the track. It's insane how Sir thinks, and I that's one guy whose head I'd want to tap into. I'd want to see what goes on in here. I'd want people to see what goes on in my dreams. I would want to see what goes on in Sir's mind.
And the song has Sushant Singh Rajput in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes it,
very special.
special.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just I initially when the song came out, I didn't know whether to celebrate the song or whether
Yeah.
it was just such a I don't know, dilemma. But having said that, I think after a certain point, when you kind of realize that this is life and this is, it's happened now, and there's no reversing it, right? There's no rewind button. So at that point, I think at that point, I went out and I kind of told people that, you know what, let's why not take this as a celebration of his life rather than his
True.
last film, as we kept saying. So and the song, I mean, if you look at the lyrics as well, it speaks about khul ke jeene ka, and I think Sushant was very free spirited and open hearted. Everything he wanted to do, and everything, flying planes and bungee jumping and paragliding and everything that he did, it just kind of became a testament to that.
Will you please sing a few lines? I promise this will be the last song I'll ask you to sing.
Yeah, of course, I would love to sing it. हाँ, खुद के जीने का तरीका तुम्हें सिखाते हैं, हंस के देखो ना लतीफा तुम्हें सुनाते हैं, उम्र के साल कितने हैं गिन गिन के क्या करना, बीत जाए ना गिनती में ही वरना, आओ फिल्मों के बेअदब गाने गाते हैं, हीरोइन हीरो आज हम तुम बन जाते हैं, खुल के जीने का तरीका तुम्हें सिखाते हैं, हंस के देखो ना लतीफा तुम्हें सुनाते हैं.
So beautiful. The words are so beautiful, and I'm so happy you sang this song.
I'm so happy I sang the song too.
Yeah.
My second duet with Arijit. So and my first released song with Amitabh Bhattacharya. And these are, I mean, besides Rahman sir, these are two artists I have so much respect for. So
What a team. No wonder the song is like this. And look at the team. That's like the best, like the dream team.
absolutely.
Right? No, but before I wind this up, I want to play a quick rapid fire round with you. Fataafat say. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. One song you're listening to on loop right now. I mean, these days.
Okay, I don't want to sound narcissistic here, but it'll have to be my latest release, which is Siyahi. It's an independent song
Yes.
with Papan, and I listen to it. I scroll over my part, and I just keep listening to it to Papan's voice on that song. It's just I love how he's sounding in the song. So, but yeah, I mean, guys, please sorry to break the flow of your rapid fire, but please go check
No,
out.
but I love the song. See, hi, I was going to talk about it after the rapid fire
Oh
round. So
yeah, sorry,
it is the
I
latest
booked
track.
your party.
No, that's all right. That's all right. And one musician who inspires you endlessly.
Besides Rahman sir, I'll talk that way. Bon Iver.
Oh, oh, a genre that you are longing to explore.
Dude, I wanna sing like a lut lug guy. I wanna sing like a proper club
Oh,
dance track. That's what I wanna sing. No one's calling me yet because they think that I sing like, romantic ballads and semi-classical and all of that. But no guys. Please call me for a dance song.
I would love to see you sing an item number or a dance song.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
mean
so much fun.
hummus, very different from the other thing. So yeah, call me
Yeah,
guys.
true, true, true. One go-to song of yours, like my go-to song is Lag Jagale. I just
Yeah.
keep going back to that song no matter what, happy, sad, your go-to song.
My go-to song. I listen to so much music. Again, it really depends on my mood. This is a hard question. Um, Out of the 20,000 songs that we listen to, I think it'll have to be Radiohead's "True Love Waits." I think that's one song.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I would kill for Radiohead. I would kill to work with them, or just collaborate with them, or I don't know if they're still functioning or not, but Radioheads they're gods. Radiohead.
yeah. What should Shashaa Tirupati stop doing? A vice that she should get rid of.
There's so many. coffee is Coffee is the first vice I need to get rid of. I'm a coffee addict. I need to stop coffee. And then I think there's a lot of issues that I have of my own that I need to get rid of as well. I procrastinate a lot. I need to control my mind. Meditation doesn't work. I need to cope with the ADHD. That's one thing that I've been trying for years now, but yeah, that's one thing I need to a few things now. Now a few things that I need to fix.
It's all there with us. Trust me, we are no different. Most of us are there, right there.
A
But
little
tell
better.
me, tell me.
Sorry?
Huh?
I said I feel a little better now.
A superpower you would kill for.
To fly.
Ah, are you a Potterhead by any chance?
A pothead or a potterhead? Because no, I'm not a pothead.
If you're a Potterhead,
After all the responses I gave, I thought you're like, she's totally on something.
I mean Potterhead.
I love Harry Potter, and I think I've always preferred to read J.K. Rowling than to watch her movie. I mean, watch the Harry Potter movies. So
Yeah. No, I asked because if we get a broom like that, or if we have a power which will just send us someplace, that'd be fantastic.
dude, did you read about this guy who was at a platform and he tried getting onto platform 9 3/4? They exist.
Oh God, oh God. Yeah. Can I give you three words and can you give me one line song for each?
Okay, let's try it.
Love.
Oh, so love as in the sentiment, or a song that has love in it?
No, no, sentiment. I'll give you the sentiment or the situation. You give me a song that comes to your mind when you hear that.
Got it,
Love.
got it. So love would be तेरे बिना बेसुआदी बेसुआदी रतियां ओ सजना. For me, this is love.
Oh, coronavirus.
Sorry?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Oh,
Yeah.
ugh. Corona, corona, corona. First thing that came to my mind. That was terrible.
It's a good one actually. A.R. Rahman.
A.R. Rahman. Okay, there we go. Yeah. A.R. Rahman. Oh, the first song. चंदा सूरज लाखों तारे हैं जब तेरे ही ये सारे किस बातें होती हैं फिर तकरारें खींची है लकीरें समी पे पड़ना खींचू लेकिन बीच में दो दिलों के ये दीवारें. The song always comes to mind when I think of Sir.
A song to yourself.
To myself. What would I sing to myself? Soja Chanda Raja So. I need to sleep. I'm so pretty.
Song to me, please.
If I were to dedicate a song to you, it would probably be it would be Oh Hasina Zulfon wali जाने जहां ढूंढती है काफिर आंखें किसका निशान.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. You have beautiful hair.
Thank you. Trust me, I wouldn't give it to anyone else because it's a mess. You know. But see, hi, before we go, I think it's again something which is hitting hard. So you want Papon, that's a great combination right there. I want to leave people with a few lines of say hi.
Say hi. Sure. बदल ही जाओ सही तू सवार दे मुझे कोरे दिल पे मेरे तू सियाही है बात में अधूरी तू रुबाई है कोरे दिल पे मेरे तू सियाही है. Go check out the full video. It's up on YouTube. I'm not going to sing more than this.
It's amazing. It's so soulful. And Shashaa, talking to you every time, it's like it makes me want to get inside the phone and give you a hug.
Oh, it's mutual. Likewise.
You're all about warmth, you're all about music, and you're all about magic. You're my kind of chick. Woohoo! But it was such a great conversation, such a pleasure talking to you yet again. And I hope you'll keep doing this. God knows, for the next 10 years, I'll keep interviewing you every time you come out with a track. And I hope that keeps happening. Thank you so much for talking to me. It was lovely.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much, Manasa. Always love talking to you as well. Good luck with your entire series. I really hope it's a bomb out there. And I can't wait to watch the other interviews as well with the other artists. And to everybody who's watching, thank you so much for all your love. Keep it flowing in. And do follow me on social media.
Yes! Stay watch on Klapboard.
Comment, share, like, subscribe to Klapboard Production.
Hi, this is Vijay Devarkonda. Please subscribe to Klapboard Production.
Hi guys, this is Ed Visesh. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Hi everybody, this is Rashmi. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Hello everyone, I'm Nandini. Please subscribe to Klapboard.
Don't forget to subscribe to Klapboard.
This is Vishwa. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Please do subscribe on Klapboard.
This is Nitya Shetty. Subscribe to Klapboard.
Please subscribe to Klapboard.
Hello, this is Sandeep Reddy Wanga. Please subscribe Klapboard.
Please subscribe Klapboard.
Hi guys, name me Hemachandra. Please do subscribe to Klapboard.
Hi, I'm writer Prasanna Kumar Bezwada. Please subscribe to Klapboard Productions.
Subscribe to Klapboard Productions.